How's it going, Disney fans? Cody here with Disney Adventures, here on a very exciting day at Hollywood Studios. Rise of the Resistance today is no longer a virtual only queue. It has a standby line, so we're going to be covering that. We're also going to be talking about Genie Plus and the new Lightning Lanes, as well as if you guys have seen and like this new 50th Anniversary Loungefly backpack that came out, we are going to be giving that away as well. So be sure to stay tuned and find out how you can win that. But let's kick off this video.
So we're heading to Galaxy's Edge about 20 minutes before the rope officially drops to let us in, and there is already a massive amount of people. When we finally do get in and you look at the line starting to queue up, it looks vastly different than the virtual queue the day before. Mind you, this is park open, and my footage of the virtual queue is in the middle of the day. Now, Rise of the Resistance has one of my favorite queues. I love the Star Wars decor, I love the throwbacks with the decorations, and even the callouts to the new movies under the Disney name. So it makes me slightly nervous if people are going to really get to appreciate the walkthrough to this ride when it's going to just be flooded with people. I imagine the area with the stormtroopers will start to get really congested with everybody wanting to get their selfies with the stormtroopers, and I see it getting backed up really quickly.
As you guys can see, people are just piling in. The park just opened up, the queue just opened up. We're already at a 150-minute wait time, and it keeps climbing as people just keep piling in. I'm very curious to see what the peak wait time is gonna be, because honestly, I could see this becoming a 4-hour queue, and we're just gonna keep watching it and see what we see.
Now, even though Rise of the Resistance has drawn a large crowd, the rest of Batuu isn't that busy. Now, Galaxy's Edge hasn't been the success that Disney wanted it to be because Star Wars fans have no connection to Batuu. Disney tries really hard to incorporate characters from their new movies, but this isn't a land that Star Wars fans wanted to go to. Personally, I had hoped that they would have Tatooine at Disneyland and Hoth in Disney World, or one of those iconic lands. I'm still grateful for a Star Wars themed area, but it feels more like a Disney cash grab. But even with all that said, I still love seeing a full-size Millennium Falcon.
Just so I can give you guys a little bit of perspective with how big a deal Rise of the Resistance opening up a standby line is, me and my wife are able to book our virtual queues from the comfort of our house at 7 a.m. The reservations are gone in less than a minute, and guests were often finding themselves without reservation times, trying again at 2, not getting reservations. So this opens the ride up to a lot more people who are visiting out of state or maybe haven't gotten a chance to ride the ride. That is, if they're willing to wait. Now, I'm incredibly curious what you guys think of the switch from virtual queue to standby, especially if you're local here, if you guys took advantage of the fact that you could book from home like me and my wife did, or if you guys have even had the chance to ride it yet. But I'm very curious. But this gets into our next topic, which is Genie Plus and Lightning Lane, and how it's going to affect the Rise of the Resistance as well as all the other rides.
Introducing a new way to get more out of your Disneyland or Walt Disney World visit. Disney Genie service.
Well, everybody, it is now time to talk about Genie Plus, Disney's new paid service that gives you access to the Lightning Lane. It's going to cost you $15 per day per person at Disney World and $20 per person at Disneyland. Now, I actually think this is priced too low to offer anything of value. And in order for you to understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to bring up Universal's FastPass system, which is $69 per person per day, or it's included for your entire family if you stay at one of their higher-end resorts. You see, with Genie Plus, you get access to the Lightning Lane, and you can make free Lightning Lane reservations for non-premium rides. However, you can only hold one reservation at a time, and that time slot could be shared with many other guests, which could end up being a little bit of a wait. Whereas Universal's FastPass system, being priced a little higher, creates a bigger paywall and allows every person to ride the ride once, which makes every ride that participates in FastPass a walk-on, with only one ride being an exception.
Now, I absolutely hate vloggers, and I don't want this channel to be a vlog channel. I hate the fact that I'm talking to you vlog style. It's not what I want to do, but I want to get this topic out of the way and move on to other videos. So this is productive talking. But let's talk a little bit more about this Lightning Lane situation, because Lightning Lane is going to prove very frustrating for people who are purchasing it, because they're still going to end up waiting. And then for the premium rides that you'd want to ride, like Rise of the Resistance, they can charge like $24 for you guys to be able to get that Lightning Lane for it. And then you're still only holding your Lightning Lane reservation. So that means that you're still waiting in lines for everything else, which is not good, especially if you're paying extra money on top of everything you spend on your Disney vacation. The Universal method, however, uses this higher price point and only lets you go on it once, but you're now guaranteed to at least experience every ride and attraction. Now, the one caveat is Hagrid's motor carriage, which does not get included in that because it's like their Rise of the Resistance level premium ride. So you do have that benefit of that additional purchase that you can make with Genie Plus for Rise of the Resistance at Disney. So I'm curious as to how that will go. But then on top of that, Universal's allows you to get your entire family, basically, these fast pass tickets if you stay at one of their higher end resorts, which is more incentive to stay close to property and more money and a better experience for the Universal guests. So I hope Disney evolves it and gives this kind of resort exclusivity and inclusion. Right now it doesn't look like that, but when you see the offerings of one of Disney's biggest park competitors, you get really discouraged with what Disney's offering with this. Okay, Disney fans, now for that moment you've been waiting very patiently for, and that is how you guys can win this Loungefly bag. Now, it's going to be over the course of a bunch of videos where I'm going to have little hidden Mickeys in behind words that are in the background and stuff to spell out a phrase. And on the last video, I'll let you guys know when that is. The first person to comment the full phrase wins Loungefly bag. We'll find a way to exchange information and get that out to you guys, but it's going to be an exciting time.
Now, the final video for this contest should be up by the end of October. And then from there, we're going to give you guys a week to leave comments down below. And then we will enter the names of everybody who comments the correct phrase into a raffle, and we will draw out the winner. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, and we look forward to having you guys around. Good luck, everybody.